Well, hello there, everybody. Hope you're doing really well. Welcome to another episode of Draw with Mikey. It is Wednesday, the 18th, maybe for you people, but the reality is, and I did mention this last episode, that I'm actually right now talking on Sunday, the 15th, just to get this out of the way so that I've really got a freed up week. I'm trying to, if anything, be really smart with my time at the moment and when I get videos out and how I get on with the rest of my life and all that sort of thing. So we'll sort of test the water and see how this sort of stuff goes for a little bit of a while. Welcome, welcome all. This is, of course, the super random I draw anything in the sketchbook series. You guys talk about anything, I'll read it out. Nobody really cares, nobody really minds, and there's no pressure for anything in particular. Now, I have no particular theme today as such. So what I did is I went on to Pinterest. Pinterest is, or is it called Pinterest? I call it Pinterest. It's really, really good for me because I find that it's a great place to save up loads of images without worrying about it. It's on my phone, the app. I probably look at it at least 2 or 3 times a week. Just look at random images and add them to my pin boards and stuff. And then now it's just occurred to me that I've been doing that for ages. And I've got loads of boards with loads of images on. So I thought I'd just open up a few of these Armour specific images that I've managed to save up so far. And just play around with using them as reference points for drawing some pictures in the book They'll Sketch. Which is, of course, what we're doing right now. Hello! One of the pictures I've got up on screen is Random Angry Armour Lady. So I thought I'd have a go at this. As you can tell, I'm already drawing. So get your own bit of paper, get your own pen and join in at home. And the reason why I'm already sort of midway through drawing my first face instead of starting with a blank sheet is because basically I just started talking a minute ago, introduced the episode, drank some tea, forgot what I was talking about, and then just mumbled a bit and thought, oh God, that was the weakest intro ever. I better just start this from scratch and just explain what's going on. So yeah, nobody's perfect. Spartangs GT23 says, could you show us how to empower our characters with elements like fire or lightning? Oh, that's a good point, actually. That is something for a future tutorial, obviously, but maybe something I might incorporate just a little bit into what I'm doing here now today, just for fun. Yeah, why the hell not? Thank you very much for that suggestion. I'll see if I can make this happen with some of what's going on right here. Some of this area is going to be in shadow like so. Some of that comes round. This is like a double gorget sort of thing for this particular character that's going on. And it's kind of mapped out on the chest place around here and up there. So I hope you guys are getting on with your own art homework or doing your own projects or having your own lovely lives. Get in the comments, let me know what's going on with you. It's a great chance to touch bases, basically. I get more subscribers all the time. Bloody love you guys and welcome on board, obviously. But it does mean that keeping up with comments is harder and harder. So weirdly, like, this series has become like closer to my heart just to check up on all of you. Further background as well, do bear in mind, one of my main questions in the last episode was basically, who's your favourite female anime or video game question? It was a question posed originally by one of you lovely lot, and I threw it back to the crowd. So a lot of the comments that I read through might just be me saying your name and then just saying a particular character and moving on, because we've got quite a few comments this time. And I dare say it's probably because the title of the last video involved the word Yuri or lesbian. So that's probably going to always get you a few more views than usual. Welcome to the crowd. Got to please the group. Brian Perry says, smiley face love heart. Yes, cheers, sir. And Voidspawn, hashtag wrecked, says, Sonico is my waifu. RDX Wolf says, nice. Thank you very much, sir. And Dementa Equilibrium says, Sonico is favourite female character. A lot of Sonico fans. Originally a visual mascot for an advertising campaign, I think. And the imagery became so popular and memed and used in the world of anime that then she actually became a character after that. I think that's how her creation came to play. It's a really unusual method. So yeah, very cool. Darfscar98 says, my favourite is Wendy Marvel from Fairy Tale. Oh, struggling to remember. Is she the older sister that turns into a banshee or something? Or I think that's who I'm thinking of. Like the really cute one who just serves for drinks, but she's also, as you'd not be surprised to find out, a super powerful fighter as well. Maybe that's who we're thinking of. Maybe, maybe not. Quick check through the camera phone. A while since we've done that, to check that everything's in focus. It is. But my balancing act that I've got going on is always precarious. So just going to make sure the phone camera doesn't completely dip or fall off the fucking setup I've got. Oh yeah, and a cup of tea sound effect. You know it, you love it. and I've got the microphone on the left in the direction that I'd face when I read your comments. So hopefully, unlike last episode, the audio is not going to be so varied all the time. Hope you enjoy listening to the sound of my voice. Of course you bloody do. Lizzie the Grim Reaper says, May and Yuzu from Citrus Sea. Never heard of that. Citrus Sea. I'll have to... Oh, wait, no, maybe the C's just a smiley face. From Citrus. I'll check it out. And Blaze Vanico seems to agree avidly as well. Good on you. Sweatpants says, I see people saying Sonico. I'm more of a Pochacho girl myself. Yeah, actually. How to put it? For an anime like female character, Sonico is fit and lush, but Pochacho's like got all the curves, more loving. Yeah, might be a Pochacho myself. I'll have to give that serious thought at another time, but yeah, quite possibly. Okay, so what we've got going on with this armor here is like a double shoulder guard situation with all these rivets and patterned things going on, which is kind of freaking awesome, but also kind of a headache to conceptualize onto a piece of paper. Will come out like that, and round and down, something like that. It's really quite nice to draw without an agenda and just get loads of pictures I've already sourced and liked, so it takes a headache out of it. That's what I was talking about a minute ago with Pinterest. Other than just collecting pictures on my phone when I'm like sitting on a bog or something like that, it's nice to actually open it up on an actual computer and just think, oh, this is a great collection. There's so much amazing artwork out here. And now I'm just going to actually take that as an opportunity to look at some of the pictures I've been collecting and maybe just use that influence, commit those lines into my own particular way, and really just feel a weird sense of achievement for doing so. But you know how it is with art. Obviously, most of you guys are artists yourselves at home or enthusiasts. You know that feeling when you get a really nice drawing down. It's just nice. Okay, so... Paco says, my best waifu is Yoko Littner from Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. Such a famous anime. Still not really watched it, but I do know it involves mining or drilling for super robots. Like, there's something that goes on there. I vaguely remember it being big news. And then got something around there. Excellent. And this armor as well has all this weird filigree and patterning, so it kind of bulges and comes out and sweeps down, and then there's lots of layers and rivet lines as well. It's really beautifully inlaid and inset, so I'm going to have to take a moment to try to express some of that in a very simplified manner for the sake of putting it onto paper. Something like so. It goes around like this. Obviously there's further shapes coming in on the side. Then this spiral effect comes off round here. This is just going to be one of these more drawy than talky episodes. I can feel it. Yet there's so many comments to get through. We really must persevere, my friends. And then something similar happening round there. We'll leave it like that for the moment. Just bear in mind there's a very faint further bit of work that's gone all the way around there. Probably a couple rivet lines. Like so. So yeah, that'll do for now. Just express that there's something on that side with some lines, and voila, happy enough with those shapes. We'll work our way down, out and around. Of course we will. Terence Bain Jr. says, Saber or Medaka? Saber I know from Fate Stay Night. Excellent watching that is. Let's just adjust this. I can sense the camera phone's always easing down, so I don't know how to balance that bloody thing correctly. Okay, so don't ignore me in the background just bitching about that. Anime Dragon says, vacuum cleaner girl, you mean Shizuku from the Phantom Troupe? Yeah, so I was trying to come up with whoever my particular favourite anime character was after a good long while. And yeah, it's Shizuku. Well, not strictly female characters, but I was always very fond of her in Hunter x Hunter. And seeing as Hunter x Hunter is one of my favourite anime of all time, it seemed like a good starting place to pick a temporary favourite anime character. So I won't stand behind it for the sake of a debate. But yeah, let's say Shizuku. She was always really cute and cool. And obviously, you know, deeply terrifying as well with her actual abilities and powers. What a good girl. What an excellent manga that is. And I'm so freaking glad it's running again. And Hisoka's fighting Kororo Lucifer. How cool is that? It's finally happening. And he's using, I mean, spoiler alert, he's using all his Nen abilities that he's stolen to completely mash up the crowd. And now, I think in the last episode, Hisoka's finally just kind of maybe turned the other hand and gotten quite a good bungee gun style strike. Because once Hisoka sticks you with his bungee gun technique, then you're kind of locked into his kind of game plan then. But it's been a long time coming. He's really struggled, as you'd expect, against the leader of the Jenny Riordan. Oh, what an excellent bit of reading and viewing. Bloody love Hunter x Hunter. Let's just chill out and think about that instead. No, let's read more of your comments. Carlos Alberto, you have my like, bro. Cheers, Carlos. Many thanks. Andrew Francisco, could you do a picture of Jade from Mortal Kombat 9? I could do, but I don't know who that is. Actually, I do know. She's one of the characters who looks like a female ninja, but I think she's got like really messed up teeth or something. Like she's really a demon, or am I thinking of somebody else? No, I think I'm thinking of the right person. Actually, you tell me. Somebody I work with who sits opposite me, her and her boyfriend apparently got Mortal Kombat on the Xbox One or something, and she's an absolute Mortal Kombat freak now for it. So I might have to ask her which particular character Jade is and what her finishing moves were. That was what Mortal Kombat was all about. Could you get the finishes in? Could you press this incredibly difficult combination of buttons within the incredibly small amount of time you had to prove that you could really own your mates in that game? I was never part of a Mortal Kombat crew. Played it, obviously. Played a couple of the games. Never really got into all the various RPG-like stories. I think they tried to do Sub-Zero or something. Wasn't really for me. But back in the day on the PlayStation as well, where all the characters looked exactly the same. They were just a slightly different colour of ninja. Ah, good times. How did we accept that back then? Totally normal. But yeah, for me, I was more of a Tekken crew. So, you know, there you go. More of a Jin Kazama and Yoshimitsu. Oh man, I was so fucking good with Yoshimitsu on Tekken 3. I was, like, all of his moves came naturally. I was that committed to all of the controls. Okay, so this shape goes up here, maybe, and then there's another center line there. And then on the reference image I'm using, there's a series of straps or something. Maybe for a buckler or a shield to get further attached, or more weaponry. And then one of the straps goes off long. So we will return to that. There's actually a few cheeky strands of hair making their way down here as well. And then they just kind of pluck out from under the armor. So maybe we'll get a little cheeky line or two like that. And a strand or two coming out from underneath there. And the hair's going to be doing more stuff over to the right. Angel Smith says, love your drawings. Thank you very much, Angel Smith. I hope I can draw at your level. Just keep up the practice, mate. Go for it. Will you have tutorials on how to improve drawing from scratch on the computer, laptop, tablet? Yes, eventually. I mean, it doesn't really matter the surface so much. I mean, that does affect your tools and techniques, certainly. Look, I'm always adjusting. Proper paranoia. Like, I'm genuinely paranoid about that. Always going to be adjusting that. What a pain. Yeah, like, there's loads of technique issues there, really, as opposed to the surface you're drawing on. Absolutely, they've got their own qualities. But I'm mostly a pen and paper tutorial teacher at the moment. But as you guys know, on Patreon, I'm certainly saving up my pennies to hopefully get myself a tablet in the near future. And then we can really start to explore what other options are available in the world of artwork for Mikey. Yay. Okay, I see what happened. This actually cuts straight in here. Really curves in. So this armor, for a chest plate, actually is really unadorned in this particular image for how much these shoulder guards are going on. So let's get that done there. Then it appears to curve in, up around there. Something like so. Kind of got it, kind of don't have it. Kind of made the arms on this woman absolutely freaking massive. Don't really care. So let's go down around here. And then obviously these massive forearm guards come off there. But there's still loads of material on the inside before everything gets tied up for tight grip, like so. Excellent. Then this plate is the longest of them. Goes up like that. And then this guy joins in and goes up like that as well. Just talking my way around the lines. Something I like to do to just keep the audio going. Follow me along, kids. It'll be a one-line special one day where it will just be a close-up of the pen. I'll get like a micro camera on the end of a pen and I'll draw, and I'll never let the line come off a piece of paper. And then at the very end, we'll zoom out and we'll see what atrocity I've managed to commit to the page. Because it won't be immediately good looking, I dare say. Okay, so like that, like that. This is all in shadow back there. And then finally around here, we're going to have this kind of leather area that's the last bit that's actually protecting the hand. There's no like lobstered greaves or anything going on. There's no Embrace. And then I think we get like a sword that comes somewhere like that. That's obviously the crossguard or the hilt. So let's power through these questions, everybody. Xandredarium, Yoruichi Shihoin from Bleach, most badass female character in anime. She is good, especially with that super lightning, goddess of flash stuff. She can literally flash step that super speed out of her clothes. Yes, that's quite a technique. She is a yoga type babe as well, I agree. Epic DX10, my favourite female character is Taki from Soul Calibur. Oh, with the bouncing boobs of a ninja. Yeah, she is good. I wonder who would win in a fight between Taki, quite a legitimate ninja, versus some of those super creepy, weird ninja characters you get in Mortal Kombat. Would it be, do you reckon, ever a Soul Calibur Mortal Kombat crossover? That'd be good, but Soul Calibur's not quite such a grim game. In fact, when I got my PS3 second hand, I got Tekken Tag Tournament 2. I've only got one controller. How sad is that? Oh no, wait, I just bought a second one for PC gaming for Final Fantasy. Oh, sweet. And Soul Calibur, yeah, I don't know which one. Soul Calibur 5? I have no idea how these things are doing in their legacies or how many iterations we've come up with, but it's quite a few. So yeah, I need to get into that. But I really loved playing that back when I had lots of parties around my house and got drunk back in my uni days. I've realised I don't really have that many house parties anymore around mine. It's kind of an old man thing. So I don't play the squad games anymore quite as much. Do you need to get back into that, really? Get back into the two-player gaming. Absolutely. Okay, so that's kind of a hilt for a sword. Josh, Firebeast Man. Favourite character is Kurumi from Data Live. Not seen it, but I will check it out. Rias Gremory is well loved by Cool Me Bere. I've done a Rias picture long ago. I need to do a much better one, though. Mysterious Slavic Name says, my favourite female character is Rias Gremory. Oh, as well. Good Rias crowd. Semi-boiled skull. Yeah, spicy meatballs. Just talking about one of the things I hate about tea is when you click the kettle off before it's actually boiled and then you get this really horrible scummy water. Don't worry about it. It's just one of my pet hates in life. Let's get this crossguard in here. And then this will kind of come up round there. That goes up here and yonder. And let's just fill it with texture for the moment. Just some kind of pattern filigree that might be on there. Bit of hilt around there. I think there's a little bit of wrapping around the back of the hand there. Good for the grip. And then that lets us just draw in some kind of wide-bladed sword. Like so. And like so. She's really holding quite a hefty power sword. A bit like ice or something like that. Like the Buster. And maybe it's got some further notch and filigree that goes var and var and var. Yarp. Do you like a bit of var? Excellent stuff. And again, okay, brilliant. The camera phone's not tumbling off, so maybe just maybe everything is fine. What's going on, anime artist? Mikey Megamega, how do you get your drawings to be more detailed? I don't even know what to tell you there. Like, just draw more stuff on it. Once you've done a drawing and you think you've got it right, put on some more detail, put on a pattern. If they've got a shirt, maybe it's got a picture on it, maybe it's got a pattern, maybe it's got a texture. Try to have a feel with that. Draw some objects which have textures and patterns that you might like the look of, and then start applying them to other objects you often draw. So maybe a shirt now has the texture of, this is a bad example, of wood. But play around with different materials and different ways of expressing the differences in different materials. Oh, that's a tongue twister. And that will help you with your detail as well. And be really observant of real life. Look at objects in real life quite often. Try to draw them. You'll look at them like you never have before. And that will really help you out with the detailing as well, I like to think. Ooh, I have a little burp to myself there. Jacob Turniak says, love your your Safe for Work jingle. Is that what it was? Or SFW? I can't remember what it was, but it's probably something that I've sung or done. You can tell a man is English when he lists putting milk in his tea as one of the obvious steps. Absolutely. Not dissing it, it's just most people in Oregon don't use milk. Oh my god. Favourite game character would have to be Jinx from Oddly Attracted to Her, and I had an ex that was exactly like her. Probably why she's my ex. Oh mate, that's dangerous stuff. If you are walking down the street and you look at a girl and you either, if like she's hot, you might find her attractive, or even more dangerous is you might immediately think she looks just like an ex or someone I used to date, and then you find her attractive. Stay away from them, man. You can't keep repeating life's mistakes. That's dangerous stuff. Ah, c'est la vie. Life advice. Withdraw with Mikey. Yeah. So this is going to be in shadow as well. It's not quite armor plating as such. And then got like another strap that comes off down here and around. Obviously this is the belt that keeps probably a massive scabbard somewhere at play. Not immediately in this shot, but gets all the armor in, which is great. Just give it a little filigree to make it clearly part of a plate. Something like that. Why not? Keep the pattern up. And then we get to shoot out this way as well. So there'll be maybe a plate of armor that comes down and protects the thigh. Something like that, maybe. Yes. And up round this way. And then a central area down there. And more plates of armor around there. Okay, so we're making our way along with this one particular character. Robert Garcia says, it's Star Wars, not Star Trek. I was being sarcastic, everybody. I've got so many comments. May the 4th comments came up a while ago. And I said, oh yeah, it's Star Trek Day, where we all celebrate Captain Kirk and Jean-Luc Picard. And then I think you all forgot that in England, we're sarcastic most of the time. And we always say shit like this to annoy people. So, yeah, no, I am aware of the difference between Star Wars and Star Trek. Believe it or not, I've managed to live long enough to quite clearly distinguish one from the other. But thanks for correcting me all the same, just in case I was a genuine freaking idiot. So yeah, I'm glad you've all got my back. So let's just get that up. And by getting my back, I mean calling me out when you think I'm being an absolute fucking retard. So swings and roundabouts. It's the nearest you can get to friendship. It's a kind of caustic relationship with internet people that burn you if you think you're wrong. So good. Good times, if anything, yeah. Let's get this bit down here, that up there. And then what? So in the image, there's some kind of like power skirt that's got these straps going on with it as well, actually. More of these straps start appearing. So let's get that up there. Clearly indicate it's similar to this stuff. Then also show that it's going up here and round bar, like so. Excellent. That'll help. Excellent stuff. And then now we just get all this random kind of skirting sort of stuff. So it kind of just comes down like there. And then it's just all sorts of vagary texture kind of going on there. Like it's some really weird hempen vibe of some sort. So what's going on with this arm out here? It kind of shoots off to the left. We'll start to draw that in as well. But we have been coming along quite nicely, but we are still taking up time, so we'll crack on with comments as well. Uber Awesome Man 9. 2 of my favourite female characters are Holo from Spice and Wolf. Oh, I've not watched that either. And Kurisu Makise from Steins Gate. Ah, I've got a bit of Steins Gate on my computer, but I've still not watched it. Because it's time travel with like deep consequences, but it's not like epic stuff. It's like a murder, apparently, or something happens. Derpasaur Derpington. Good logo. Surprised no one has commented about the perviness. Well, you know, when you draw lesbian-themed poses, there's always going to be a pervy comment eventually. I don't care, you're still good at drawing. Thank you very much. Weebo Fresh. Weebo, isn't that like a term for someone who's Eurasian or European and then just wishes they were Japanese so much that they kind of disband their own culture, much to the chagrin of real Japanese people and their parents? I think that is. Or Weebo? I think Weabo? Maybe that's the word. When did you really start drawing anime and comic style or want to create your own comics? I've been attempting to create my own since I was 10. Very, very cool. I've drawn the odd comic, sketch and skit as a kid to varying degrees of success. But in terms of creating something serious, not necessarily for profit, but as a term like a project of passion that I want to do. But yeah, I am still kind of working my way, writing and redesigning characters for my own manga. What I'd do with that, I have no idea. I'd probably try to release it online for free, but maybe try to make it into a Kickstarter or maybe a separate Patreon thing per episode, just so that it could actually help me eat and feed myself as well. But not really worrying about that too much because I've still got to actually make it long before I worry about marketing it. And yeah, it undergoes lots of changes all the time depending on what's going on culturally and stuff like that. And I get more enthusiasm and ideas about different characters or different designs, or I have to rewrite stuff. I know the overall theme. I know the overall arcs of it. I know that it will have to run for quite a long time for character development. And I know really vaguely who I want to be good and who I want to have turn bad and what's going to kind of happen with how the characters grow up and understand this weird world that I've kind of invented for them. But that is more stuff for the future, if anything, so not worth worrying about now, because I still have to get the basic writing and the basic plot themes out of the way for chapter 1, just to kind of actually have something to give to people and say, hi, I'm thinking of continuing this, what do you think, for feedback and stuff like that. So that's a long way coming. But yes, I do think about it. Do you guys think about that sort of stuff? Maybe this can be our question we throw back. There's always usually one. Yeah, do you guys do your own comics, your own drawings, as well as just drawing simple drawings or characters? Do you make short comic strips, or do you try drawing your own mangas to varying degrees of success? I would love to hear about it. What are you guys getting on with? Obviously, I'm just drawing random people in Armour at the moment, but what's going on with you? Obviously, the point of this entire series, in fact. Colby Senior says, my favourite female character, that's me reading, not you spelling. Rob's chin? Just naming one off the top of my head. Zenobia Quartia from HSD High School Dead Times Dead, I think. I have a question. Yes, sir. Have you ever had Southern-styled sweet tea before, like from the South in the US? Just asking since you mentioned living in Georgia. I lived in Georgia when I was maybe 5 or 6 or 4, 5 and 6, something like that, when I was little. So no, I don't really remember any Southern-style sweet teas and stuff like that. I heard somewhere just recently that Georgia has the highest rate of toddlers shooting people. How? In gun crime. How fucking awful is that? I think I got that from the Philip DeFranco show or somewhere. What a weird fact to remember right now. To just be rude to Georgian people. Obviously, having grown up a little bit there myself, I guess that counts towards myself. Yeah, so it can't be rude to you. I'm just self-deprecating. No, I haven't. Is it delicious? It sounds delicious. Tell me more. Louis Zavela says, my favourite character is Ryoko Matoi from Kill La Kill, because she's a strong character. She's a strong, independent black woman. And also, Mikey, thanks for tutorials. Yeah, you're welcome. JJ Briggs, do you have a specific book from which you learnt to draw your body proportions? And if not, would you make one? It would be fluid and helpful. Oh, awesome. That's very kind of you. I might make a book one day. Who knows? But that's a long way in the future. There's so much to cover, so much to draw and learn and do. We can't rush these things in life. And I'm in no rush anyway. I'm just chilling out, doing my hobby. Like, I get all worn out from work and a day job and just stuff like that. So this is where I get to go home and just kind of do my own thing. It's nice. It's nice doing your own thing and relaxing, especially if you can do it and get like a load of cool people to follow along who also really enjoy art. Yeah, you guys, absolute pleasure as ever. But we need to speed up through the comments. How am I? Oh my god, I've just looked at my scroll wheel. There's so much to go through. Yu says, if you need a break, I'd rather you take it so your quality doesn't suffer. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, I'm behind on the SAS. I did apologise and upload a Final Fantasy video instead. But that is a very good point. I do need to keep up the skills without burning myself out. And I'd recommend that to anyone. Keep up your skills. Try not to burn yourself out. Sounds like obvious advice. But it's not advice people take all the time, including myself. I'm incredibly guilty of stuff like that. So yeah, look after yourself. I had to be told that again quite strictly recently as well by somebody. Like, actually give yourself some downtime. And I just completely forgotten I wasn't doing that. And I did start doing that, and it was really nice. So yeah, people's advice can work. Skullbasher Summers says, Hinata from Naruto and Pan from Dragon Ball Z to Dragon Ball GT. And for body switch or body swap, I want you to draw Black Star from Soul Eater. Oh, for gender swapping. Okay, yeah, cool. Zuin Heimura or Xiaoyin Heimura. Hey, Senior Mikey, heard of Undertale? Senor. Oh, I get it. Oh, somebody else mentioned Undertale a while ago. I'm on another video. And so yeah, I saw a video online and couldn't really make much of it other than it's like a weird RPG, but it's got like really weird dated NES graphics. So I guess it's all about the story and plot and character design. It probably makes people kind of be really into that. So yeah, I will have to have a thorough look sometime. Okay, we're going to have a knight standing tall and proud somewhere up here. Like this. And he's going to be a little bit more face on as well. So let's work on some design up there. Now, what's going on? Superman Prime HD. Man, it took me a good second before clicking on the vid. The title threw me off so much. Yes, but great job, nudge, nudge. But I can't decide. My favourite would be a choice between Revi or Cora. What's Cora from? Don't know. Taylor Rubin. Which god on top of which mountain peak taught you how to draw? Yes, I had to travel far and wide throughout the world to gain these drawing skills. Taught ancient techniques from wise masters. And second, my favourite character is Lucy from Fairy Tail. I need to redo a Lucy. I did an SAS over a while ago, but I want to do a better one sometime. Otaru Wannable says also Sekti Gundam, in fact, has been done 20-something years ago. Noble Gundam. Oh, look it up and watch it. Because it's good. It's good. Favorite female video game character? Probably Anna from Planescape Torment. Ages from Persona 3, which you need to play. Oh, somebody else really weirdly said I might like Persona and I should investigate it sometime. And in fact, you've written quite a long comment, so I'm just going to have a little read through. You like your powerful but human vulnerability characters. Still not only very present, but very clear. I guess I like characters who feel very human, so to speak. Yeah, absolutely. I like a well-written character that you can relate to some bits, that has weaknesses and develops as well. Just describe the very basics of character writing, but there's such a largely absent thing in anime and video games. And that is true, actually. That is a shame. I mean, sometimes great anime is there with great character development, but is it always there? No, absolutely not. Okay, so let's just give this character this kind of dark eye zone vibe around here. Oh, and I think we had ourselves another flawless cut as the video ran out on my phone. This is going to be one of those slightly longer episodes, isn't it? I can feel it happening. What I will have to do is focus on the comments. Oh, it's so sad. I really like just kind of the chilling out and drawing. But although you guys might well be happy when the episodes are closer to an hour long, the problem is for me is that it's really long to render and really difficult to actually consistently upload it and actually get it onto the tube del YouTube. So I try to keep it vaguely cut down. Don't want to intimidate any newcomers. I'm not going to watch a video that's this long. That's okay. You don't have to. Skip your way through, get to the time lapse, or be part of a hardcore crew. Welcome as ever, you guys. You know who you are. Love you every week more and more, who tend to just actually go all the way through these videos with me, which blows my mind because, God, if I had to listen to myself like this without drawing like my own thing, I would actually go crazy. And I wouldn't listen to myself, basically. I wouldn't do it. How do you do it? I do not know. Awesome Guy says, do you secretly draw porn? Secretly? No. Ranger 2PO, this helps a lot. I've been having trouble drawing the chest in different angles. Good. And Extra Terrorist says, I'd say for video games character, Cassie Cage from Mortal Kombat X. And in anime, Hinata Hyuga from Naruto. Yes, we all like that style, don't we? Azuela Ivari, I've been wondering, Mikey, do you do your own original characters? I've always wondered if you have a mascot or some sort of thing. I don't have a mascot. Probably not going to design one. I'm not massively into that for some reason. I really like designs and stuff for other purposes. Mikey oh yeah. Oh, you've sent me your pictures for your gender swap Mikey. Okay, excellent. Separately, I'm going to have to check that out. I'll read more of your comment later and we'll investigate. Charles Sketch says, I'm sketching ideas for Draw with Jazz's challenge for month. Oh, that's always really good to get involved with. I'm glad you guys are doing his challenges. He will be coming to the UK this summer to talk about his project he was working on, some cartoon series he's been animating for a while. Really excited to that. I'm going to hopefully get a ticket and, if I'm lucky, meet him and basically just be a massive fanboy, even though I'm an older man, if anything. So, in fact, I might be older than Jazza. I really don't know, which would make me the creepiest fanboy ever. But I'll do it. Screw it. Meet Jazza, freak him out. But yeah, if I could do that, that would be awesome. Gotta get them tickets, though. Gotta keep up with his channel. No idea if it's even sold out already. Oh, that would make me really sad if it has. Have to investigate. But yeah, anyway, getting involved with his monthly competitions is absolutely great. I kind of got interested in one a while ago involving Deadpool, one of their crazy loves. But the fact is, I just don't have the time to take on his challenges, which is a shame because I'd love to get involved with the art crowd that follows his channel. Seems like a really cool group of peeps with design interests. So I'm just working out what's going on here on this guy's helmet. It's got that weird circular layer design, which is pretty cool. Just a little bit tough to understand. Okay, that's kind of better. And there's kind of some design stuff going on here. And then it goes up around the other edge. So let's just quickly get some outline in, just to show that we've got an appreciable form. We don't need to go into the detail on both sides of things. And this is something that I used to do a long time ago, back in the uni days, is if you're drawing a structure or a form or a pillar, and there's loads of repetition in the structure, just draw one, get it all detailed in, and then outline all the others, because you can, from the first bit of information, kind of understand what's going on in a form and design. Obviously, these days with computers, it's not uncommon at all for people to draw like half a character and then just mirror it, which is absolutely fine as well. But you don't have those powers when you're going standard traditional in a sketchbook. And I like the effect it has sometimes as well, when you just outline certain parts of a visual structure to just give it mass. Really cool. Anyway, oh my god, no, I'm mumbling on. I'm actually going on a massive mumble on my own in my head, like reminiscing, and I'm not reading your comments. Jeez, oh my fucking god, says, I love how he says lovely. Oh, what a lovely thing to say. Siri from The Witcher is the best character, says Sparky15, and Michael Anguge says favourite video character is Lightning from Final Fantasy. Yeah, she's kind of strong, but kind of weird, and her relationship's a bit funny in that game, but I know where you're going with that. And favourite character is Saber from Fate Stay Night. Saber is bloody good. Quite popular. Lester Coe says, who are your favourite artists to draw reference from? I think, just like this, I've got to say, absolute random amazing artists from Pinterest that I find, who probably all have deviant art accounts and names that I should be better at referencing back to. Obviously, I love the mangaka behind Vagabond and the artwork there, although I very rarely get to express that type of style myself on this channel for what we do. And I guess I'm not really art-wise like that amazed by Hunter x Hunter. I do love the character design and visuals, but it's not something that's designed to blow you away visually. It's all about the amazing plot and story and then techniques and what happens to the characters and how they develop. But that still makes him one of my best artists as a result because of the storytelling. Udsway says the gallery sounds really cool. Oh, he's talking about when I went to St. Mary of Bethlehem, the Bedlam Mental Institute. And, oh yeah, cool, you're just overviewing about your AVP board game miniatures and some 40k stuff. Good miniature community on YouTube. Yeah, I'm almost borderline tempted to really release the geek in me and maybe have a really quick cheeky go at painting some 40k miniatures. But our upload schedule on this channel is really tight these days. Video games and artwork, I can barely fit everything in. So maybe I'd have to do a second channel or like a third because I've already got a second that I'm working on. Secret project, but you won't hear about it for absolutely years, I promise. Who knows? Who knows, Udsway? Shiva says Shizuku from the Jenny Ryodan is the name you're looking for. Yes, it was. Cheers, bro. My favourites are Machi from Hunter x Hunter. Oh, yeah. And Built from Bastard and Paimon from Bastard. Oh, and some convenient links. I'm going to click it now. Please don't be loud. Please don't be loud. Oh, brilliant. It's a wiki page. Oh. Hello. Yes, that's a very interesting character. I'm going to leave that tab open for later. I will investigate accordingly. They're very scantily clad, Shiva. Voltage Vocaloid says, I literally need some Yuri poses for my manga. Perfect timing. You're welcome. Nico Swag, please draw Riven. Van Dang Go, this is the best tutorial ever. It's not a tutorial, dude. It is the worst tutorial ever. It's just to sit down, chill out. That's what this series is. Sit down, get stuff done, drink some tea, whatever you want. Although I am completely aware this episode's now super, super long. K-Matrix says, my favourite character is Mei from Overwatch. I keep hearing about Overwatch. Has this just newly come out within the last couple months? Because it's piping up a lot on my channel, you lot, about this. Joel, I always love Yuri content because it focuses a lot on tender and romantic moments. Yes, it can do, can't it? And you like Tonelico. Oh, wait, no, Mir from the Ard Tonelico series. I will also have to investigate such strange, unusual things, given time. Robert Nihan, or Nihan, says, well, I've asked before, but since you've done Yuri, can you please do yaoi poses next? Please. We will get round to some yaoi stuff. Not like too visually visceral, but it will eventually happen. Don't you worry, mate. Grim Reaper 34 pajamas? Dude, May the 4 is Star Wars, not Star Trek. You've not even spelled Star Trek correctly. Yeah, I know, don't worry. I have a challenge. If you insist on exercise, try to do 1 minute long poses. And then you have to take 30 seconds and go down to around about 30 seconds to back up. Oh, so you're talking about standard art stuff there. But sketching out characters in just a minute and then trying to sketch out a character in 30 seconds and playing around with the time I've got. That's a good idea. It might not make good viewing, though, but it might be something that I'll have a go at in my own spare time. So thank you very much for that suggestion. I do like arts. Not challenges and stuff, but stuff that makes you grow your skills a little bit as an artist, because you've always got to kind of keep an eye out for what you're up to and how you're going to stay good. Always good. A skill unpolished is a skill lost, or something like that. 6.5 out of 10. You know who you are. A quote from Dark Souls. Oh no, I have some sticky keys on my keyboard. No, not like sticky as in like something had physically gotten stuck in and made them all gunky. Oh, that's the disgusting thought. I meant sticky keys as in I'd changed my key bindings in the second, was it second or the first one, a Dark Souls Let's Play I'd done. And so one of the jump buttons had become shift. And if you tap down shift quite a lot on a Windows 10 computer, it starts to assume you've probably only got one hand. So then it locks the shift button and some of the other keys in place and brings up a dialog box saying, do you want to turn on sticky keys? But the dialog box appears behind the dark hole screen. And then in the meantime, you've been murdered by all the fucking undead. It's really fucking annoying. That's what I was freaking out about. I hadn't literally jizzed all over my keyboard or anything because, you know, I'm an adult and I know to aim away these days. Luke, 2 questions. Since you read a ton of manga, which mangaka is most inspiring to you personally? Alongside manga, do you read any light novels? I don't read any light novels in terms of the stuff that tends to accompany manga or be of a very similar Japanese origin. I've just never got around to it. I like a lot of common novels like Game of Thrones. I fucking absolutely vibe reading that. Really into GOT. And I like reading, obviously, classics, Tolkien, Silmarillion. I like a lot of the classics as well. I'm a bit of like a nerdy reader, so like analytics and a lot of psychology and philosophy stuff, I guess. And some classics. I've got a classic collection of books, so to speak, to some degree. But it's nice to keep the vibe open. But that and a few other modern, really popular book series I like to get involved with. And I used to be a massive David Gemmell fan before he sadly passed away. I've got quite a few of his books as well. Massively vibe the John Shano series. And a few of the others. Most of the others, to be truthful. Okay, this armor is going to take a while to develop. It'll probably mostly happen in time-lapse. Brandon Flores. My favourites are Shizuka Marikawa from High School of the Dead, Hinata from Shippuden, of course, Sue from Monster Musume, and Lady J from Valkyrie Drive Mermaid. Oh god, so I heard about Valkyrie Drive last episode. It's the first time I came across it. And now there might be another one with Mermaid on the end. Rossman Man. Hello Mikey, great video. It's inspiring me to work on my art style. Very, very cool. I'm just sharing the intro to see where it goes. Here's Guts Berserk Armour sketchy sketch for you, hopefully. Let's open another link. I do like looking at your sketchy sketches, you lovely people. Started Berserk Armour as a sketch and then just kept working on it. Awesome! That's really good. Oh, you've got all the shadow and light play. Really, really well done. Very, very nice. Let's give that a cheeky little like. There we go. You can time that now. You'll be like, oh, didn't he like my video on Sunday? And that's when I made this video. Yeah, you done good there. You done good, son. Oh, you've got loads of pictures on there. Another thing I'll have to have a look at once we've done this episode. Okay, Lovable Huggable Teddy Bear says, like, can you draw some guys? Like, I only see you draw girls in these tutorials, and I can't really find a good video. I like how to draw guys. And if you can squeeze in some of the Aoi poses since you did that Yuri, that'd be fabulous. Please don't attack me. I'm not going to attack you. If you prefer the guys, that's your vibe. And I do need to eventually get around to drawing guys more often and more often and more often. But you know how it is with drawing girls. It just takes up so much of a man's valuable time. But of course we will get round to these things. All in good time, my friends. Eventually, eventually. Really big shoulder guards. I've made this character's chest too thin. Now I can see what's going on. This needs to come all the way out here and be way more dramatic. And then it gets covered with some shoulder guard around here and out to there. Okay, so let's do a really little bit of light loose mapping for this kind of background. Massive hook outs. Massive drop. Not a rounded guard. There's this weird, it's not even a rondel, but it's where a rondel would be on some armor, something like that. And then it all kind of starts to curve in. He's very much a kind of Dark Knight type of character. I'm just figuring out some angles on the armor, and then all sorts of massive plate that comes in around the joint. Then this massive, massive greave as well that covers most of everything down his arm before splitting out into this armadillo thing where the hand is just off down here. Yeah, that kind of works. That's going to shoot out a load. There's loads of armor that's going off the page. Okay, sweet. So, circle of armor going on there. I'm really just, from this picture... Oh, it's the camera started slipping. Oh, no, it hasn't. From this picture, I really just actually drew line by line and put exactly everything where I wanted. This one I'm dropping back into my more traditional technique of mapping out rough shapes and using them as guide work for later on. And then this character, there's a sword down here, but not with a massive guard or hilt. It's a very strange thing to see. And it drops vaguely off a page like such. This is what time-lapse will be for. Just kind of filling this into stuff. So then this came off here. Then add another bit that kind of shot off there. The arms go down there. There's all sorts of further armour up around here, in these square spaces. And down var. And down var. Okay, excellent. So, Helio GT, my favourite bee, Yamato from Cancol. Elliot Johansson says, I guess I have to unsubscribe since tea gives me a headache. Your art is great, by the way. Thank you very much, Elliot. And yes, get out. Mighty Pie, what's your opinion from the fact most Yuri hentai online is mostly of lollies? My opinion's not very good about that, because my opinion about Lolicon is not very positive. Jellyfiles88, Yuri, yummy, ha ha ha. And Kuzon Sky says, I'm inspired by your videos. Good. Give me lots of ideas to do new pictures of mine, as if there's a way for you to look at my art and tell me what I could work more on. You can always send me your art on Facebook. Link in the description below. You guys know that by now. Although it will be about 2 to 3 months before I actually respond. I get so many messages in there now. But I will eventually get around to it. If you show me some art, I will take a look. And if it's really good, I might even post it. Anime4891 says, I. That's it. Literally, I. Biting Guide Gaming. I love how he thinks his drawing's rough, but it's much better than mine. Oh, mate, just keep up the practice. No worries. Bekina Petlikova says, how many years did it take for you to get to this stage of drawing? Sorry if my English isn't good. I am from Slovakia. Oh, awesome. Nebo, mluvite dobrze angielski. Bekina, I've talked in a frequently asked questions video. Take a look at that if you can find it from the playlist, where I kind of cover about how long I've learned, because it's a bit of a long answer for this episode. Finn the Fishbowl says, I don't want to be that person that says you need to play Undertale, or I will kill you! But have you played Undertale? Well, it looks like I really must play that now. It's the second person in one video who's reminded me of that game. Yuki is my favourite, says Fiomiza. And Mr. Herdin Ishin. Mr. Herdin Ishin. Okay, excellent. It's a Ukrainian name. Awesome. Welcome from England. That's totally cool. Getting a lot better with your skills over time, and my videos have helped. That's awesome. I'm really glad they have. But I need to do more muscular characters. Got it. And Xavier Katura says my favourite female character is Lucy from Fairy Tail. We did it! I got through all your comments. I'm sure because I haven't involved the word lesbian in the title of this video, there'll be less comments and less views. So next time round, it should be much, much easier to read through everything with any luck, unless it gets too popular, in which case I'm screwed and I have to think up a new format altogether. Thank you very much for watching along. Let's check the time through the phone. Oh, this has been a very long episode. Okay, I'm going to drop into the time-lapse, and I'm going to fill this with peoples in armour, because that's what I feel like doing, and that is the point of this series, and I'll see you guys right at the end. And so there you have it, you lovely lot. Really just been filling up this page with a couple of Pinterest images of really just cool rendered armour from other artists. I just wanted to have a play around myself, really take their style down onto paper, but keep it loose and sketchy as ever. Thank you very much, you lovely people, for watching along as ever. I have noticed during the time-lapse, after the main bit where I've been talking, like an absolute fucking arsehole, I completely forgot to press record on my microphone. So all the audio is more traditional. It's going through the camera phone again. You might be able to tell the difference in quality. I have no idea. But otherwise, many thanks for bearing with. Get in the comments below. Let me know what you want to talk about. We will talk about anything. It doesn't have to be art related, although it helps. And I will obviously read them out next time round, but do try to fit them in before Sunday is over if you can, because that tends to be where I'm thinking about actually getting these drawings out of the way. I bloody love you guys. I'll see you next time round. Peace and love.